my name is Crystal and I'm here to inform you on how easy it is to decorate a cake. You spend so much money on birthday cakes and holiday cakes each year that decorating a cake is actually a piece of cake. So why not save some money? You can either make the cake or you can buy an undecorated cake and decorate it yourself. I chose to buy one for the sake of this video that is kind of already iced and decorated, but we're going to just use this to make it work. You can use either icing, which is made of powdered sugar, a dash of milk, and lots of butter, or you could use fondant. This is pre-purchased fondant that comes already white that you can mix and change to dye to whatever color you'd like. It comes in a big old log. To make homemade fondant, you would take a bag of marshmallows, add just a drop of water, microwave it for about 30 seconds, and then add a bag of powdered sugar until it becomes a Play-Doh-like consistency. And then this you can just roll out, you'd squish and play with it until it becomes nice and smooth. And then you would roll it out using a wooden roller. Probably have a little bit of cornstarch on it to where it doesn't stick to it because the fondant can get a little sticky, especially if it's warm in the room. Once you roll it out, you can either roll it out on the work surface that's prepped with, like I said, with cornstarch, or you can roll it out on wax paper. I chose to roll it on wax paper for this experiment. You want to, before you place the fondant on the cake, you want to make sure that your cake has been leveled. Rachel Brown, in her book Cake Decorating Basics from 2011, used a leveler. It's a metal leveler with a little metal, almost like a string across it, and it sits on your countertop and you just push it across and it cuts the top of the cake off for you and makes it nice and level. Then you can proceed to either ice it or cover it in fondant, whichever you choose to do. If you're going to ice it, you want to use a flat metal spatula to make sure that your icing is nice and smooth. Once you put your fondant onto the cake, we're going to pretend like this covers the whole cake for today. You're going to use a finisher that will smooth it down and make sure that all the edges are nice and smooth all the way around the cake. Pei Shun, if you're going to make a tiered cake, he uses dowel rods that are these wooden rods that come in different lengths. You can buy them at any Home Depot, craft store, anywhere like that. And you can cut them to the size that you need. And in his book, Step-by-Step Cake Decorating in 2014, he takes the wooden dowel rod, cuts it to the size he needs, inserts it into the cake, and then stacks his other tiers on top of it if you choose to do that. You can also decorate your cake using different candies, different chocolates, or even these edible sugar sheets that you can purchase. They come to where they're different colors and you can print on them. For example, these have fish printed on them that I had done for a customer. It's just a little paper that's edible that you can eat. It's just sugar. They're pretty neat to use. Delagnis wrote a book called The Breadbasket Cake about using these edible sugar sheets in 2014, how easy they are to cut and apply to a cake. And now to transport the cake, you can either use a plastic globe dome thing on the tray, or you can buy a box from your local store, any of the big box retailer stores carry like moving boxes. They're normally about 65 cents, and they're a lot sturdier than these plastic containers to move them. You want to make sure that you don't leave your cake in the heat because it is sugar, it will melt, especially the fondant. The fondant is just powdered sugar and marshmallows, so of course if they heat up, they will melt. I promise that it's not difficult to make your own cake. As long as you take your time and you watch some videos, you could probably learn how to do your own cake. Within probably your second cake, you could become a cake master. It is time consuming, but you'll be able to enjoy the flavor and the design that you want. If you're interested in learning how, I suggest you look into classes at your local craft store, Michael's, Joann's, or you can go on to craftsy.com and check it out, and they have tons of how-to videos. Thank you guys for listening, and have a great day.